Hello and welcome to the Hawks Nest, the Humber Gymnasium, for this women's basketball matchup between your Humber Hawks and the Niagara Knights. We're just about to get underway here, about a minute 30 until game time. I'm Corey Graham here with Nicholas DiCarlo, and this is a matchup between two teams in the West. Humber finishing first right now with a perfect record, the only in the league, 7-0, and the Niagara Knights are in fourth place in the West with a 4-2 record, coming off one loss. Nick, these are two very good teams in here. What should we expect today? These are very two prime teams. We're just about to get underway for the announcements at the beginning of the game. All right, we are back underway. That was just the Canadian National Anthem, introduced by our PA announcer here, Dwayne Bowles. He's been here for a few years helping out the Humber Hawks. Doing a great job today, as usual. So the starting lineups for both teams, the Humber Hawks will be putting out a combination of Maria Sare, Chioma Oriwa, Natalie Hagopian, Leandra Kerr, and CJ No Fuente. A lot of good names on that, specifically CJ and Leandra. Look for them out on the court today. Dwayne just announcing the starting roster for the Niagara Knights. And out there will be Brooklyn Murdoch, Alyssa McCabe, Courtney McPherson, Miranda Ross, and Jolene Awuku. Those are not their best players, at least in points per game, as are considered. Courtney McPherson and Alyssa McCabe are at the top. Courtney's getting 13.3 points per game, and Alyssa with 11.8. But their third best player, Caitlin McPherson, with 11.8, is not on the starting roster. Maybe we'll see her later on in the game. Yeah, looking back at this, at these two teams, over the years, Humber has been quite dominant against the Niagara Knights. Dating back to 1979, the Hawks own a 27-9 overall record against them, with their latest victory coming 68-47 last season. So it's going to be a great game, but Humber does lead 15-3. Does lead 15-3 at home at all time against the Knights, so they're trying to continue that home streak tonight. There's a lot going for the Hawks right now. They are pretty much a all-around team-based game, but their points per game in their players are higher all around than the Niagara team. I mean, Leandra Kerr's averaging 14 points a game, and CJ No Fuente with 13. And the top player for Niagara, Courtney, with 13 points a game, is their highest. And they really rely on three players, the two McPhersons and McCabe, whereas Humber can get points from anybody on the team, basically. Yeah, they do have a lot of players that can score in their offense, so they do spread the ball well, and they do have a lot of players that can put points on the board, so it's going to be another great matchup here tonight. We can't do much to analyze their head-to-head this season, as this is their first game against each other. Here we are for jump ball. CJ Nofuente for Humber. And she wins it. That's Leandra Kerr with the ball up top. Over to CJ. She finds Chioma. Natalie Hagopian. Nofuente tries to drive in. She lays it up and can't get it to fall. Niagara coming back the other way. Brooklyn Murdoch out top. Alyssa McCabe now with the ball. As I said before, she is second on the team in points per game. Shot is taken by Murdoch. It doesn't fall either. So both attempts by these teams in the first quarter have not fallen. We still have a 0-0 game.
Well, yeah, you can see that both of these teams there, they missed their first opportunities at the net. But if you're Niagara, you want to try and capitalize on these early opportunities because Humber does own an impressive record overall, so they got to capitalize.
Again, they are the only undefeated team in the league, 7-0. And they have a game in hand over Niagara, who's only played 6 games so far. They're 4-2. Leandra takes the shot. Doesn't fall. She has a nice jumper, doesn't miss those too often. Hagopian at the top. Nofuente with the ball now. Kerr setting a pick as the shot clock counts down. Nofuente throws it up and it can't find the rim.
Well, yeah, great job by Niagara there. They didn't get the ball on the defensive rebound there, but a good job sticking with their defense and forcing up a shot that Humber didn't really want to take.
McCabe with the ball for Niagara. Looking for a pass. Nobody open. Already noticed so far that Niagara having trouble setting up picks and plays, where Humber is the complete opposite. Murdoch throws it all the way across the key. That shot will not fall from the corner. That's Miranda Ross missing. Nofuente. Mary Asare. She'll run to the basket. It looks like she's drawn a foul here. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, you can see there that both teams are scoreless, and Humber doing a good job getting the ball inside and taking it to the lane, just trying to get the rhythm going somehow, and they're going to go to the line and try and put the first points of the game on the board.
Surprising that no one's been able to get a bucket yet, as these are two very good teams. I mentioned 1st and 4th in the West Division, and Asare gets the first point of the game.
Yeah, you can see there that they're pretty good at shooting free throws. Humber shooting 62% from the line, so look for them to hit a good majority of those shots.
The Brenton native Mary Asare goes 2 for 2 from the line. That makes it 2-0 Hawks. Inbounded from the line from the Niagara Knights. Murdoch looking for a pass again. Niagara having trouble setting up plays, and there they have one. That'll draw a foul, and it looks like and one, as that bucket will drain.
Yeah, great job by McPherson there, taking the ball to the net. That's exactly what they're going to need to do, is get to the line here, and a great job on that three-point play. She's going to attempt a three-point play at the line.
McPherson leading her team in points per game at this point. 13.8 she's averaging. And she misses her shot, so she's only got 2 tonight. That'll tie up the game.
Yeah, great job there. Off the miss there. Miranda Ross doing a great job getting that rebound there and able to get the ball back for her Knights, so they'll keep possession.
It'll be inbounded here. Looks like that's Murdoch on the line. Jolene Awuku. That pass does not find its target. CJ Nofuente will carry it up the floor for the Hawks. She's very good at calling plays from the top of the court. Leandra Kerr down low. She'll take the jumper herself. Rebounded there. That goes out to Hagopian. Back out top for Nofuente. Trying to set up a play. She's being guarded heavily now by Murdoch. Throws it all the way to the corner. It does not find its target and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you can see early on in this game, Humber's not really finding the groove that they usually have in these games. Niagara doing a good job on the defensive end, forcing an out of bounds throw there.
No flow to the game been found yet. Kind of just some back and forth play at this moment. 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The Knights. There's a shot taken. That'll go for 2. I don't think she was quite back behind the line. Alyssa McCabe with that jumper.
Yeah, great job by Niagara there. Alyssa McCabe getting that one to fall on the defensive end. They did force just another turnover, so it's exactly what Niagara's wanted in their start.
Niagara doing a good job of holding off Humber right now, but look for them to bounce back. They're 7-0 for a reason. Murdoch throws the ball down low, but referee calls a violation on the Knights. That'll go to Leandra Kerr. CJ Nofuente steps out of her shoe. She'll have to throw that one to Kerr to bring up the court. Haven't seen that happen too often here. They usually do a good job of cleaning up the floors.
Well, you can see another great job there by the Niagara defense. They haven't made it easy on the Humber Hawks early off in this game. A couple of turnovers and another one going out of bounds there. Humber will retain possession on this one, though. Sorry to
cut you off there, Nick. Yeah, Humber's done a great job of setting up plays, but Niagara's defense has not let them in. That's led to a pretty low-scoring game for being already almost 3-4 minutes into this first quarter. Again, there's lots of time left. We're only in the first quarter, so look for Humber to turn it around. Asare with the ball. She'll inbound it to Nofuente. Nofuente going up to her regular spot at the top of the key. Natalie Hagopian now. Ball being moved around a lot for the Hawks. There's a drive to the net. Not getting it to fall. It'll just hit the rim and go the other way. There's a shot. A jumper there. Does not fall again. That's Courtney McPherson. And Humber brings it back the other way. That's getting her own rebound there. Is Oruwa.
Yeah, you can see Niagara there's doing a great job not making shots easy on the Hawks.
A very back and forth game as the Niagara Knights get a bucket there. And it looks like McPherson will be going to the line.
Yeah, another one of those plays where she put the ball up and she was able to get it to fall once again. Now she's going to hopefully be able to convert this extra point as we see a change here for both the Hawks and the Knights.
So it's clear who the Humber Hawks will be having to defend a lot this game. Courtney McPherson going to the line for the second time already. And she makes that shot, and it's now 6-2 for Niagara. Nofuente carries it over half. She'll find newly acquired into the game, Atissa Kronk, who takes the jumper, and she cannot find the target.
You can see Niagara, they're not making these shots easy. Hawks got to be frustrated only having put up 2 points. Not a field goal yet in this game.
The Hawks just trying to find out how they can get the ball inside the key right now. All their shots have basically come from outside. Niagara trying to fight for a bucket there, and they cannot get it. Hawks ball. Nofuente trying to find a pass. She finds Kronk. Over to Mary Asare. Nofuente has a clear lane. She'll pass it out to Kerr. Kerr to Asare. 7 left on the clock. Kerr takes the jumper. It rolls across the rim. Nofuente will pick up the rebound. She'll get one for herself, and that one will fall. That will be 4 points for the Hawks.
CJ Nofuente there putting them on the board with their first field goal. And it's got to be frustrating for Niagara, all those misses, and they weren't able to grab the defensive rebound there, but still doing a great job.
There's a shot from 3. That will not fall. Maria Painco took that one. She was just subbed on at the last change for Niagara. Hawks ball. Asare driving hard. She'll throw it up on the board. Won't get it to fall. Nofuente with the ball now. She'll try herself. Throws it to Kerr, and she'll get the layup, another 2 points.
Yeah, there you go. Get it started for the Hawks. Leandra Kerr getting that ball from CJ Nofuente and putting it right in the net. Great job by the Hawks.
Kerr and Nofuente have great chemistry. Look for them to set up plays like that. A little more on this game. Asare will knock the ball loose, not able to get a hold of it. We'll look and see who gets that. It looks like they'll give that to Niagara.
Yeah, they're going to give that ball to Niagara. Great job by Asare, though, in the hustle. You can see that they're kind of getting their flow into this game. They're really stepping it up. But a great job, and Niagara does keep the ball here.
Referees talking about the call there. Maybe not so clear that it went off Asare.
Just trying to come to a confirmation of what the actual call was, but it still will stay with Niagara.
Murdoch slowing play down. She'll throw that into the key. Caitlin McPherson now on the court. And she'll get her first 2.
Yeah, great job by the Knights there. Murdoch getting that ball into, and a great shot.
Caitlin McPherson was the one that I told earlier that did not start the game. Kerr with an excellent layup there through traffic. Two girls covering her underneath the rim.
Yeah, that just shows the great player she is. She had those two defenders on her. She was still able to get that shot up and put it in the net. Great job.
Again, I was saying Caitlin McPherson for the Knights who takes that jumper there, and she'll get it to fall. She did not start the game, but she is third on her team in points per game. So now she is out on the court, and look for her to be out there for a while. Yeah,
she averages almost 12 points a game, so look for her to be pretty active for the Knights.
Mary Asare now for the Hawks. That shot is taken, and it drains. It's 11-10 for the Niagara Knights.
Sasha Bertusa getting that one to fall as the Hawks trail by 1.
She was subbed on a few minutes ago with Atissa Kronk. Caitlin McPherson looking for another 2 points. Maybe getting a little greedy out there as that one will not fall. Not taken from a very good position on the court. Sorry, to Kerr. No Fuente looking for a pass out top. She will not get it, and it'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little bit of an error there by Leandra Kerr, but you can start to see that Humber's picking it up here in this game. They do trail by 1 point, but you can see that they're trying to get things together, and Niagara's got to stop this pushback.
No Fuente really likes being out on top of that 3-point line. She was a little open there, but Kerr trying to go towards the basket. Murdoch getting double teamed. Kronk loses her positioning. Sasha Bertusa. No Fuente can't stretch out for that ball. It'll go out of bounds as well.
Yeah, you can see she's a little bit frustrated with that play. Did a great job, had her hands active there, was able to cause a turnover, but just a little miss there by Bertusa. And Niagara has the ball.
Jolene Awuku with the ball now, trying to find someone else. McPherson out to Murdoch, trying to drive underneath the rim. She'll lose the ball here. It looks like that'll be Humber's ball.
Yes, by rule of possession, a jump ball goes the way of the Hawks there, but a great job by Murdoch trying to get the ball up there, but there's too many defenders there for the Hawks.
She ran into 3 defenders under the net. The Hawks playing a little bit of zone defense. No Fuente. A nice pick there by Kronk. We'll get it over to Sasha Bertusa, who shoots right away. It's rimmed out. Picked up by Kronk and then Asare. Then out to No Fuente. Curl buy her some room. Who has the ball now? Not being able to find a shot here. Finally, they do. No Fuente picks the ball up off the floor and gets the layup.
Yeah, you can see Kronk there. She had a bunch of defenders on there. She was able to find Fuente there. She laid it up for the 2.
That's what's so good about this Hawks team. They have such good chemistry. If they can't get a shot themselves, they'll find someone who can. And someone does get a shot there for the Niagara Knights.
Yeah, Miranda Ross there with a great 3-pointer. Good job pushing back on the Hawks. You can see they're gaining the tempo, but a great job hitting that 3, trying to silence the crowd here.
No Fuente. Sasha Bertusa taking those shots quickly, and it's working out for her so far. She'll pick up a 3.
Yeah, an unorthodox 3-pointer there as it goes off the backboard. Humber actually a 28% 3-point shooting team, so, pretty decent team from the 3-point line.
Kerr quickly gives it to No Fuente. Humber coming back quick the other way. Sasha Bertusa taking a quick shot. She will not get that 3.
Yeah, you can see Humber's getting all the rebounds here, giving themselves second chance opportunities to get in their basket.
Atissa Kronk will pick up that air ball from Mary Asare, and she will get the layup. Asare not happy with her initial effort there. Luckily, her teammate was there to clean it up.
Yeah, you can see, like I was saying before, all these extra possessions that they're getting, all these extra opportunities, and Kronk was able to finish that one off.
Driving the net now are the Knights. That does not fall. No Fuente will pick up the defensive rebound. She'll slow pace down here. 22 seconds left on the clock, 19 on the shot clock. 3 seconds difference. Asare, down low, in the key. Trying to take the shot, it'll be a pass instead. Leandra Kerr. Kronk will pick up the rebound and not able to fall. There's 5 seconds left. Niagara looking to get a board before they can end the quarter, and it'll end without them getting it. So as we go into between the first and second quarter, the Humber Hawks have fought back, and it's now 17-14 for them.
Yeah, you can see that the Hawks did turn up the tempo at the end of the first quarter. They were losing earlier in the quarter, but they sort of found a rhythm. They're getting those extra possessions, getting the ball off the offensive glass, giving themselves other opportunities to score, and they're capitalizing.
Your score at the end of the first quarter is 17-14.
So we look now at the scoreboard here. Sasha Bertuzza, number 7, able to come up off the bench and get 5 points very quickly. You'll notice throughout the play, she likes to get those shots off quickly. As soon as it's given to her, usually by CJ Nofuente, she'll let that shot go.
Yeah, you can see that, as I was saying, they're turning up the tempo. You can see when they get the ball, they're forcing it up the court, moving the ball around, and you can really see that they're trying to execute a little bit faster than they were doing earlier and getting up those shots as quick as they can.
Sasha Bertuzza, a very good three-point shooter. She's at 38%, and she has averaging about 7 attempts per game, so she likes to get those shots off as much as possible.
And you could... Sorry, Corey. On the other hand, you can see that Niagara was doing a good job in that first quarter. They were doing a great job holding Humber to possessions that they really didn't want to have. But the problem is they weren't able to capitalize on the other end. You saw that three-pointer earlier in the game that they were able to try and push back at the Hawks. But, they're missing shots that they should score because you're on Humber's court. You got to try and capitalize on these opportunities. Yeah,
and AJ Sharma, the coach of the Humber Hawks, he's been coaching for 5 years, had a very good game plan there. He knew that his team wasn't able to get into the key and drive the basket. So he put Sasha Bertuzza out there to try and get those three-pointers. It's been working so far. We'll see if he continues with that strategy.
Yeah, you saw as soon as she came into the game, Humber changed. That they were coming up the court faster. Although they knew they were doing things right, they were just on the offensive glass. They weren't able to get what they wanted, the shots they wanted, but they kept pushing, getting the ball back, and you can see that they're leading this first quarter by 3 points.
Just about to get underway here in the second quarter. Out there on the floor, we still have Sasha Bertuzza for the Humber Hawks. We also have a few more additions here from the bench. Amber Betchard, number 14, out there now. So CJ Nofuente not on the floor for the Hawks. She'll be getting a little bit of a break. We're trying to get things figured out here. We have 8 minutes on the clock, but they are 10-minute quarters here in OCAA play.
Yeah, you can see that Bertuzza, as you were talking about earlier, she was only on the court for 4 minutes, but she was 2 for 4 with 5 points. So when she came in, she obviously gave that offense what they needed to get the lead here.
There's a reason she's still out on the floor for sure. We are underway here in the second quarter. There's a shot from 3, and that'll drain. Niagara puts himself tied with the Hawks.
Yeah, great job to start the quarter there. It's actually considered a 2-pointer, so they do still trail the Hawks by 1, but great start nonetheless.
You're right, Nick. I think she did have a few toes inside the three-point line. There's a 3 from Natalie Hagopian. Now 20-16 for the Hawks. Play is starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, you can see Hagopian there with a nice 3 to counteract what Niagara just scored their points as they do lead by 4 now.
Murdoch for the Knights. She's been out on the floor the entire game so far. Shot clock counting down. 4 seconds left. The Knights have to do something, and they do. Right underneath the rim, there's a layup by Alyssa McCabe.
Yeah, great job by McCabe there. Hagopian had great defense on her, but she would still find a way to get it up late in the shot clock.
New sub Amber Betchard driving to the rim. It looks like a foul is called there on the Knights.
Yeah, just into the game. She's going to go to the free throw line, up on the Knights by 2 as Niagara subs in Haley Tippett.
Coming off is Brooklyn Murdoch, who that foul was assessed to. First one from the line is missed by Betchard. Also of note on the Knights side up on the scoreboard, 7 points have been put up by Courtney McPherson, who started the game. Second one is drained there by Betchard. It's now 21-18 for the Hawks. That's thrown down low. There's a new face out there for the Knights. Looks like there's going to be a defensive rebound there by Kronk, and she's surrounded by Knights players. That ball will still go to the Hawks. It looks like she had possession as they fell to the ground.
Yeah, that was Haley Tippett battling her for the ball. They got tangled up there, but Humber does get the ball based on possession. And they will take the ball here as Hagopian starts it up the court.
The one who took the original shot there for the Knights was number 9, Emily Nakarato, was subbed on at the beginning of the second quarter. Natalie Hagopian over to Sasha Bertuzza, takes her patented quick shot from the 3 and does not drain it.
You can see there, McPherson there putting up a shot, just forced it up, and Humber does have the rebound with Hagopian throwing it up the court early.
That ball will go to Humber as it's pushed out of bounds by Niagara.
Yeah,
looked like McCabe.
Yeah, you can see there Humber's trying to push that tempo, get the ball up, try and get quick points because this game is closer than it really should be at this point. Humber expects probably to be leading this game by a lot more than they are, so they're going to try and increase the tempo and try and get a bigger lead on the Knights.
You're right, Nick. The pace has definitely picked up. AJ Sharma has noticed it, and he's called timeout for the Humber Hawks. So that's a 1-minute timeout. We'll get a bit of a break here. It's 21-18 for the Humber Hawks at home. And AJ Sharma, my apologies, I hit my mic there. Sorry about that, Nick. It looks like he's holding his ear a little bit. It looks like AJ Sharma just wanted to get his team focused again as they go back out on the floor. They don't want to lose momentum here as they had a great end to that first quarter.
And you can see on Niagara's end, they're not really playing that bad of basketball. They're forcing Humber to take shots that they don't want to take. And I think Coach Michael Beccaria is telling his team that they are doing a great job keeping in this game. They just got to try and get over that hump. Take good shots and make sure to try and get to the line, possibly get points where they know that they're going to have a success in getting them.
Ref blows his whistle to signal we're nearing the end of timeout here. We'll look to see if anybody new comes out on the floor for either team. And McCabe first off the bench for the Niagara Knights. CJ Nofuente back out on the floor for the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, CJ Nofuente is a crucial part of this offense to have her back on the floor. You're going to need it because they only lead by 3 points, and they're going to have to try and open this gap a little bit.
Also out there is Mary Asare and Leandra Kerr. Leandra Kerr, of course, is second on the team in points per game, and it looks like Sasha Bertuzza has been taken off. Nofuente will inbound the ball for the Hawks. 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Lots of time in this first half. Asare being double teamed, she'll get that jumper off still. Niagara will pick it up off the rim. McCabe taking it the other way. Lots of momentum on the Knights side. She'll throw that out. Owoku cannot find the rim. Pass there to Hagopian goes a little off center. She'll still pick it up. Down low to Asare. Asare works out front. Takes the hook shot. It will not fall.
Yeah, if you're Niagara, you got to be fortunate that Humber's missing these opportunities from so close. They're not going to miss them for the entire game, though, so they're going to have to turn it up and score some points.
Ooh, nothing called there, but it looks like Mary Asare did catch an elbow in the face. She's down. Taking a little bit of a breather on the floor. Not sure exactly what happened to her there, but she is down, so.
Seems like she got into a little bit of a collision there at midcourt. You can see her just getting up now. Hopefully she is okay. You can see her holding her knees there. Was a little bit of a tough play. Two bodies that came into each other at the middle of the court. Hopefully she's all right.
She looks like she's going to stay out on the floor. The trainer for the Hawks trying to attend to her, but she wants to stay out there. So Alyssa McCabe will have 2 shots from the line for the Knights. And she'll get the first one.
McCabe's a huge, crucial part for these Niagara Knights as well, averaging almost 12 points a game, so she's going to have to get going for them to have success.
Hawks now with the ball. Tissa Kronk. She also has a good shooting percentage from 3, but this one she'll get right inside the key. That's another 2 for the Hawks.
Yeah, good job by Tissa Kronk backing into Miranda Ross there and hooking it around off the glass. And you saw Asare moving well on that play as well, so it's glad that she's all right.
Owuku with the ball for the Knights. She'll find a lane. Take the jumper. It won't go. CJ Nofuente up with the ball for the Hawks. A really long pass that may be a bad decision by Nofuente. We'll see if it'll pay off for the Knights, and it will. Courtney McPherson puts another 2 on the board. She now has 9 points on the game.
Yeah, 2-on-1 there for Niagara Knights, and Murdoch passes it over, and she was able to finish.
Nofuente with a great block there from Kronk, and Kerr will put that 2 from underneath the rim.
Yeah, and Humber's going to have to get Leandra Kerr going. She's a leading scorer on this team. She's got to get going for these Hawks to prevail tonight.
She's averaging almost 14 points a game. 14.3 actually. There's an off-base pass for the Knights. Asare cannot get the ball before she reaches the rim. She'll turn back around and give it to Kronk.
Great job by Asare there, getting the ball over to Kronk. She looks like she's okay after making that play as the Hawks take a 5-point lead.
Timeout is called here by Niagara as they start to feel the momentum shift towards the Hawks' way.
Yeah, you can see Coach Michael Beccaria calling a timeout for his team here, knowing that they might be letting the rails slip away here. The Hawks are up by 7, trying to stop the bleeding here because they don't want to fall too far behind the Hawks.
Coach Mike Beccaria has been with the Niagara Knights for 16 years. So he's seen a lot of basketball in the OCAA, and he knows when he has to make a change for his team. 27-22 for the Hawks right now. Out on the floor, notables for both teams. Niagara Knights have Courtney McPherson still out there. Again, she has 9 points. And then for the Hawks, we have Atissa Kronk with 6.
Yeah, you see Atissa Kronk has played a big part along with Bertuzza here in this game. And you can finally see them trying to get their tempo up and trying to drive the basket here and put away those points.
Kronk is a good minutes eater for the Humber Hawks. She usually averages 22 a game. Pretty good on the defensive side, actually, Atissa Kronk. She's one of the bigger players out there on the court.
You're coming out of this timeout. If you're the Knights, you have to be happy with your play early in this game. You're only down by 5. And you're in this game, you just got to try and get good shots and try and force the Hawks to take shots that they're not going to want to take, which they've done a great job of early in this one.
Hawks had a good way of adjusting to the defensive Niagara game early on. Had a great first quarter, and they've carried that play a little bit on into the second. They had a little bit of a stumble at the beginning, but looks like they've picked up again. Murdoch took the jumper there. Now it's going the other way. Hagopian. Quick play here from the Hawks. Her under the net. She'll throw it out top to No Fuente. She'll find her way back down, and she'll get 2 from underneath the rim. She's looking for 1 from the line, but she will not get it. Just the 2 points.
Yeah, you can see her shaking her head a little bit, coming on the back of the court there. She took a lot of contact going to the rim there, but was still able to let it fall.
The ball now in the offensive for the Niagara Knights. Murdoch with the ball now. Up to McCabe. McCabe will take that shot as the shot clock runs down. It will not fall.
Yeah, we got a foul on the Knights there, but a great job by Humber there trying to force the Knights to the outside, to the perimeter. They weren't able to get a shot off, and you can see that the shot clock was going down to its end there, and a foul was called on the Knights.
That foul was assessed to McCabe. She doesn't understand why right now. She's trying to figure out, but it was a push on her. I think it was after she took the jumper. Natalie Hagopian has the ball for the Hawks. Quick pass out there by Kronk. She'll find the ball back, and she'll go to the line for another. That's 2 and 1.
Yeah, great job by Kronk there getting the ball. And a great job by Humber. They're doing a great job passing the ball off in the paint. If one person's not open, they throw it to the most available open option, and a great job moving it in there, and you can see she got the foul and 1 there.
The Knights don't want to let this game get away from them. It's now 31-22 for the Hawks with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Kronk does not get her and 1 to fall, but the rebound is picked up by No Fuente. Kerr will find Kronk, and she'll pick up another 2.
Yeah, off that miss, I was telling you, they're great on the offensive glass this game, but another great job finding the open option in the paint and getting easy baskets as the Hawks lead by 11 now.
Kronk guarding up top. She gets a piece of it, but it finds its way in, and that's 2 on the board for the Niagara Knights.
Yeah, you can see McPherson there doing a great job trying to stop what Humber's doing here, trying to get a basket to try and calm things down, and that's exactly what she did. Now they got to get a defensive stop.
And again, that's Caitlin McPherson, number 13. Her sister Courtney McPherson is the one that's leading the team in points. I just missed CJ No Fuente getting a few points there for the Hawks.
CJ No Fuente knocking down that 3-pointer and getting that lead back up to 12. Great response by the Hawks.
And there's a foul being called here on Niagara, it looks like.
Yeah, it's fouls on number 12, Miranda Ross, and it's a turnover. Humber already leads by 12 points here, and that's not the kind of stuff you want to do and turn the ball over.
No, that's just going to push momentum the other way. Again, Kronk is having a great second quarter so far. She'll inbound it to No Fuente. Fuente looking for a play. Trying to set something up here. Can't find anything. 11 left on the shot clock. Mary Asare, she'll drive in and lay it up. It's picked up at the board by Kronk. Again by Kronk. And they can't get it to fall.
Yeah, Kronk there with 2 offensive rebounds there. Too bad she couldn't finish, doing a great job on the offensive glass.
Fuente trying to pick up a steal there at mid-court. And then she'll just knock it out of bounds, so it'll go to McCabe. She'll inbound it for the Knights.
Awuku and McPherson have just checked out for the Knights.
Courtney McPherson now on the court, averaging almost 14 points a game for the Knights. Marina Painko finds McCabe down low. AJ Sharma almost getting in on the play. That's the Humber Hawks women's coach.
Great job by Astari there with active hands there. She had no real place to go, and they only have 5 seconds on the shot clock now.
This will be a tough play for the Knights. Let's see how they play it. 2 seconds now. It's a steal by Fuente. Going the other way here. She has a lane. She'll find Kerr. Kerr from under the rim will throw it up and get the 2.
Yeah, there it is. Their 2 leading scorers. Fuente to Kerr, and another basket right in the paint, right off the glass. Great job.
Kind of an awkward looking shot there from Leandra Kerr as she throws it behind her back. Here's a jumper for the Knights. It doesn't fall. Not having a lot of trouble finding the basket right now. Natalie Hagopian goes the other way and misses a layup.
Yeah, you can see the Niagara's forcing up shots now, trying to get anything to fall, but they got to have good possessions and take shots that they know they have a good percentage of scoring.
There's a block there. Not sure who it was. I think it was CJ Fuente. Now Mary Asare coming the other way. Kronk picking up another rebound. She'll get it over to Kerr. Kerr cannot get the layup to fall.
Yeah, what we noticed, although they didn't score there, they're doing a great job on the glass. First chance, second chance, third chance opportunities, giving themselves a good chance to score on their possessions.
Atissa Kronk picking up a lot of those rebounds, and a lot of them in the last few plays. 7 left on the clock. A Hail Mary shot taken there by the Knights. That's Marina Painko. And they're not having much luck on the offense right now, the Niagara Knights.
Yeah, you can see that Painko is frustrated. She's visibly frustrated with the team, and they're taking shots that they don't really want to take. They're forcing up shots. They need to go back to what they did early in this game, getting that good shots, play great defensively. They are down by 14 points, but they got to try and stop it somewhere.
The thing the Knights were successful at early on in the game, they were setting up plays and getting the ball underneath the rim and getting those layups, even getting some fouls drawn from the Humber Hawks. Right now, they're trying to take shots from 3 that they can't take.
Yeah, exactly. And now what you got to realize is once you are down by so many points and things aren't going great for you shooting-wise, you got to try and get that ball in the paint. You got to try and dribble towards the rim and try and get fouled and get some sort of rhythm. Just get some points on the board to build some confidence in your team.
It's not completely unheard of that they're trying to go for 3. I mean, they have some good percentages on their team. Alyssa McCabe's shooting 75 on the year. Miranda Ross is shooting 92, although a few less attempts. And as a team, they're averaging 25.2 from 3-point, but it's not working right now, and they need to find another way.
Yeah, that's exactly what. You don't blame them for doing that. They're down by 14 points. The initial thought is, hey, it's quicker to get back 14 points if you're going to score 3-pointers. But they need to get back to the basics here and just try and get baskets or get fouled. Try and just get points wherever they can.
Nick just mentioned that the Niagara Knights are down by 14 points. The score right now is Hawks 38, Knights 24, with 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. We'll pick up play here with Fuente with the ball. She'll pass it to Kronk, who's having a great second quarter, and she can't get that one to go. McCabe with possession now. Fuente was being guarded there by Courtney McPherson. There's a nice pass in low. Rebound is picked up by McPherson. Neither of the shots are going to go, and that'll be picked up under the rim by the Hawks. Going the other way quickly. Hagopian will take the jumper right inside the key, and she'll get 2. That's 40-24.
Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate for the Niagara Knights on their offensive end, but a great job by Humber turning the tempo, getting the ball up court quick, and capitalizing and scoring 2 points.
McPherson lays it out. Murdoch with it now. Murdoch hasn't taken many shots herself, but she's setting up plays. As she set one up there, that one will rattle around the rim and stay out.
Although they didn't score there, that was good. You got to get in the paint. You got to try and get those easy buckets. That one was unfortunate. Looked like it was going to fall, but those are the things you have to do to try and get back in this game.
Look for Brooklyn Murdoch, number 4, to be setting up those plays. She likes to find McPherson for a jumper. There she had Miranda Ross, and every once in a while you'll see Marina Painko drive towards the rim. There's a few players in play for the Niagara Knights, although none of them really finding any points right now. The girl I talked about a few moments ago, Brooklyn Murdoch, now at the line for 2.
Yeah, you see that foul there was called on Natalie Hagopian. As exactly Niagara's doing what I said they should. They need to get to the line and try and get some points, as they just did, scoring the first free throw.
This worked for them early on in the first quarter. Looks like Niagara's going to sub someone in a minute as Murdoch gets her second shot to go. Haley Newham comes on for the Knights. She's only averaging 6 minutes per game through 6. She's played 4 of those games. Atissa Kronk back on the floor for the Hawks as well. Natalie Hagopian with it now. She'll lay it up. Picked up there by Aurua.
Yeah, you saw a turnover there, but a great job on the offensive glass. Once again, too bad that they turned the ball over, but you know, Humber's doing a great job on the offensive glass. They're getting themselves these extra possessions. They're missing the first shot, and they're getting the ball back, and that's why they're leading by 14 right now.
The Knights with the ball now. McPherson, they're leading points per game. Can't get the 2 there. No Fuente having trouble getting it across the court. She finally does. She'll take 1 for 3. It's picked up at the rim. Oriua throws it out. Hagopian with the shot now. And she'll drain that 3. 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, and that wouldn't have been possible if they didn't get on the offensive glass and give themselves another extra possession. So great job there, and Hagopian with the 3.
The clock runs down. Murdoch takes a shot, and it hits the rim and goes out. They'll have another shot here. McCabe does not get it off in time. The score at the end of the second quarter is Hawks 43 and Knights 26.
Yeah, you can see after the first quarter that Humber was only leading by 3 points, but they turned it on in the second quarter. They were able to get a lot of those second, third chance opportunities and capitalize them, and they go into the half leading by 17 points.
And that's a huge lead, especially over a team that's only 2 places behind you in your division. Again, Niagara is 4-2. They've only lost their 2 games to the teams that are above them in the standings. Of course, not Humber, but that is St. Clair and Fanshawe. So you have to think if they do it again tonight, they might move down to the 5th spot.
Yeah, you know, they are losing by 17 points, but you still can't take away the focus. They did do great things in the first quarter. So they got to go into the dressing room. I'm sure Coach Michael Beccaria is going to tell his team, let's get back to what we were doing in that first quarter. Yes, we did let the second quarter get away from us. We are losing by 17 points, but let's get back at it and start the new half.
Humber is still the only undefeated team in the OCAA. They are first in the West. Niagara is 4th. If they lose this game, they will be tied with Redeemer 4-3. They have a game in hand over most teams right now. The only team that has played less games than them in the West is Mohawk with 5 games.
Yeah, you can see getting into the second quarter here, it was 2 players for the Hawks that didn't start the game, Atissa Kronk and Bertuzza. Atissa Kronk is at the half with 10 points, and Bertuzza has 5 points for the Hawks. So people that normally don't start for the Hawks, they're doing a great job putting up points, and that's why they have such a lead.
I also want to mention for Atissa Kronk, she has 4 offensive rebounds and 3 defensive rebounds, 7 total, and that's outstanding for coming off the bench.
Yeah, and you can see on the other end, the Niagara Knights. It was McPherson, Courtney McPherson leading the Knights with 9 points. Alyssa McCabe did have 6 for the Knights going into the half.
And on defense for the Knights, Courtney McPherson, who's also leading in offense, she has 7 rebounds total, 2 offensive, 5 defensive. So she's really the best player for them so far. We'll come back in the third quarter as we have some festivities going on here at the Hawks Nest. The score going into the second half, Humber Hawks up 43-26. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the Hawks' Nest here at Humber College for this matchup between the Humber Hawks and the Niagara Knights in women's basketball. We're about to get underway in the third quarter. There's 20 seconds left in this intermission, and the Humber Hawks are up 43-26. It's been a very good game so far. Pretty even in the first quarter, but the second quarter the Hawks started to take over. Why don't you tell us about that, Nick?
Yeah, you saw at the end of the first quarter the Hawks were leading the Knights by 3 points, 17-14, but it was a substantial second quarter by the Hawks as they outscored the Knights by 14 points, 26-12, and that's why they have a 17-point lead going into the third quarter.
And a big reason for this Hawks turnaround has been Atissa Kronk, coming off the bench. She picked up 7 rebounds, 4 offensive, 3 defensive, and it's been a huge part of the turnaround.
Yeah, you can see a big stack going into this third quarter was like I was talking about, the second chance points. The Knights have 0, the Hawks have 15. So they've scored 15 points off second chance points. That's amazing. They're doing a great job on the offensive glass, and that's the reason why they lead by so much going into this third quarter.
Yeah, and they lead by 17, and that 15 could be a huge part of that number. CJ Nofuente with the ball now, inbounded from Marius Sare. Chioma Oriua with the ball, back out to Sare. Nofuente being double teamed, she still gets it to Kerr, and she can't get the layup to drop. Knights with the ball now, Murdoch tries to get the pass. Humber will pick it up. It's kicked forward. Niagara upset that there was no call there for kickball. And it's turned over again, this time to Niagara.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of sloppy play earlier in this third quarter. Kind of like the way the first quarter started. The ball's getting turned over kind of quickly. And, it'll just try to be a little bit before these teams find the rhythm. They'll get back to it.
Maybe Niagara can pick up on that and kind of get rid of this deficit. Right now we're having a little difficulty with the clock, so we don't know exactly how many points each player has out on the court right now.
You can see over there is the possession was called a jump ball, so that means that Niagara does retain possession of the ball.
That'll be inbounded. The shot taken right away. Rebound picked up by CJ Nofuente. And there's an injury timeout called here. Right after the shot was taken, Miranda Ross went down on the floor. Looks like she's holding her knee. She has a very large brace on her knee. Probably an injury sustained earlier that she tried to play through.
Yeah, you can see earlier on in the series, a couple series ago, she was wincing at that knee. Tried to play through it, but I guess she couldn't take the pain. That's why she's on the ground right now.
She doesn't look to be too concerned with it right now. Not in too much pain, probably a little more discomfort than anything. She'll be taken off. And the ball should be Humber's as they had possession when the injury timeout was called. Indeed, Natalie Hagopian will inbound it to CJ Nofuente. Nofuente to Kerr. Kerr looking for a pass. She'll drop it for Asare. Cross to Nofuente. She's looking at the rim. She wants to get that ball there, and she gets the basket.
Yeah, great job by CJ Nofuente. They're finding a hole in the lane and going up for the layup.
Niagara with the ball now. We'll update you on Miranda Ross's injury when we find out a little bit more. It might be another injury now. That will be a very big one if so. That's Courtney McPherson who went down on the floor. She's smiling and laughing about it though, so looked like she might have run into someone else on the floor there. There was a foul called, possibly on Leandra Kerr. And Leandra Kerr cannot find her positioning, and Niagara gets an easy bucket.
Yeah, great job there by Murdoch getting the ball into McPherson. Kind of quick, caught Humber off guard there and was able to lay it up for 2 points.
Both McPherson's out on the floor, Caitlin and Courtney. Caitlin with that basket. Hagopian from downtown can't get that one to drop. Knights with the ball. All the way across court. Owuku lays it up, hits the rim. Picked up by Oriua. Nofuente to Hagopian. She's looking for a shot from downtown again. Kerr takes a jumper of her own right outside the key, and she picks up 2 points.
Yeah, great job by Leandra Kerr there, fading back and getting that shot to drop, getting herself going in this third quarter.
McCabe finding it hard to get around Mary Asare, and Asare will get a push called on her. She will not go to the line yet. That is 2 team fouls called for Humber so far in this third quarter. 7 minutes remaining, 7.5 actually. McCabe to McPherson. Owuku down low to Caitlin McPherson, and she can't get that one to drop. Rebound is picked up there, and they eventually do get the 2 points. This now 47-30, still a 17-point deficit, the same we had coming out of the half. Sorry, No Fuente bobbles the pass. She's able to pick it up again, opens herself up a lane, and Oriuwa gets blocked there by Courtney McPherson, a great two-way player for Niagara Knights.
Yeah, you can see she had a great 2 series, both offensively and defensively. She goes and scores those 2 points, and then comes back to make a great defensive play. Humber does retain the ball, though.
And here we see the girl we've talked about so much so far this game. That's Atissa Kronk coming off the bench for Oriuwa.
Yeah, Atissa Kronk with a big first half, scoring 10 points off the bench for the Hawks.
You can tell the difference between the two teams right now. The Humber Hawks are happy, upbeat, very energetic. And it's not like Niagara isn't energetic. They're just not enjoying the game so far. Yeah. Hagopian trying to pick up her own rebound. Sorry, Nick, and she misses that one. It looks like she got pushed.
Yeah, to go back to your earlier point, you can tell in the first quarter they were a different team than the second quarter. You hope that they come out in this third quarter and that they can try and get back in this lead and try and get back to what they were doing early in the game that would made them successful.
No Fuente inbounding the ball for Leandra Kerr. No Fuente gets the ball knocked away. She'll pick it back up. Hagopian can't find Kerr. Coming the other way is the Knights. It's down low. McPherson throws it up underneath the rim, and she'll get the 2.
Yeah, Wuku to McPherson there, who's able to get it to go off the glass. Great possession for the Knights.
No Fuente with it again. Tries to find the pass. Courtney McPherson almost getting a clear break. Instead, she'll get a foul.
Yeah, you can see McPherson's been very active for these Knights here in this third quarter, and they're going to need her. She's the leading scorer on the team. They're going to need her to step up and try and help them claw back into this deficit.
Sorry, in the key. All by herself. She tries to do it. She'll throw it to Kerr. It rolls around the rim and out the other side. That one was a nail-biter.
Yeah, you can see Kerr there shaking her head how that didn't fall. Great job for her, but just unfortunate it didn't get to go.
McPherson looking for McCabe. Can't find her. Back over to her sister, Caitlin, and she can't find the bucket. Down the other way. Quick play here. Hagopian gets it to roll around the rim. Very similar to what happened to Leandra Kerr just one play ago, and they can't get the bucket.
Yeah, the foul called on Jolien Awuku, and you can see Asare is going to the line.
Mary Asare, only 2 points so far this game. Might be able to pick 2 more up here. That's now 3 team fouls for the Niagara Knights in this quarter. Mary Asare is 3rd on the Hawks with points per game, averaging just about 10.5 over the season. She misses her first shot. And the second one rattles around 2. She misses both from the line.
Yeah, you can see Niagara's very happy there that she was able to get 2 of those to go. They still trail by 15, but luckily it's not 17.
Sorry, not having too great of a game so far. She did start for the Hawks. She has some defense there. She steals it from the Knights. She'll get that over to No Fuente. No Fuente gets her team to cycle, trying to mix things up. Owuku will bring it back the other way for the Knights. She's got 2 defenders on her, and she can't get the layup to go.
Yeah, great job there by Asare getting back. You can see her wincing a little bit. She did turn on the Jets there to try and catch Owuku there, and was able to catch her. The ball went out of bounds, and it's the Knights' ball.
I said Owuku couldn't get that one to go. She couldn't even get it off the board. Asare knocked it out of her hand before she had a chance, and it looks like she'll be subbed off She's wincing in pain right now, maybe a knee or a hip injury. She ran into the wall pretty hard. Play will go on. Ross drops it for McCabe. McCabe has some room, but she's being double-teamed. Hagopian able to block it. And she blocks it again. Great defense there from Natalie Hagopian.
Yeah, great job by Hagopian there, trying to stop the Knights from getting in the rhythm here. They still do retain the ball, but a great job by Hagopian.
Not sure if they'll be able to count either of those as blocks, as they weren't exactly jumpers towards the net. But very good defense nonetheless. A great play there from Ross, as she's able to throw it off Leandra Kerr and retain the ball for the Knights.
Yeah, you can see there Miranda Ross there missed the three-pointer, but a great job going after your own shot and getting that ball back for another possession.
Caitlin McPherson throwing up a Hail Mary jumper, not really aiming for much there. It goes back the other way, and Kronk will pick up 2 points for the Hawks.
Yeah, great job. She's been very active in this game. And for her to come back and get those points, great job by the Hawks.
Mary Asare with the trainer for the Hawks right now, going back to the bench, walking very gingerly. Hopefully she's not injured too bad. Murdoch throws it out top. Caitlin McPherson takes the shot. It'll go off the rim, come back to Murdoch, and she'll get the two.
Yeah, great job by Ross there, getting the rebound and throwing it over to Murdoch there, so she was able to get the basket as the Knights trail by 15.
Hagopian to No Fuente. Hagopian has some room. She'll take the shot from downtown, and it'll drain.
Hagopian there with another three-pointer. She had a few earlier in the first half. Great job to get that three, as the Hawks do lead by 18 now.
She basically took that shot standing from the bench. What a nice jumper there from Hagopian. Coming back the other way, the Knights have a chance, and they'll still have the ball. McCabe with some room. She'll take the jumper, and that'll count for two.
Yeah, great job there by Miranda Ross to get another rebound. She's been very active on both sides of the glass in this third quarter.
Kerr has a lot of room here. She'll take the shot, and a lot of shots draining right now for both teams.
Yeah, we talked about how earlier in the quarter they weren't getting things to go a little bit sloppy. They've seemed to have found a rhythm now.
Kerr now has 12 points on the game. A lot of points up there for multiple players on the Hawks. 4 of the 5 players out on the court have over 10 points already. There's a blocked pass. No Fuente looking for Hagopian. She'll take it herself. And she's fouled hard at the rim.
Yeah, hard foul committed by Alyssa McCabe there, as No Fuente went to the net. She'll get 2 shots.
There's some subs coming on here for both teams. Hagopian will be coming off for the Hawks in favor of Chioma Orua.
Yeah, you can see for Niagara, Emily Nacarado is checking in as No Fuente gets ready to take her 2 shots.
She'll miss her first one. Regrouping there. Walks away from the line. Sasha Bertuzza out on the floor now for the Hawks as well. And No Fuente drains her second. It's now 55-36. This quarter has been very similar to the first. Pretty even. Hawks getting more of their chances to go rather than the Niagara Knights. The ball is kicked there. It goes right to Atissa Kronk. She doesn't have anybody with her. She'll find Kerr, who puts it up from underneath the rim.
Yeah, great job by Atissa Kronk finding Leandra Kerr under the basket there for another 2 points. She's on fire this quarter.
It was a very tough play. Kronk had 3 defenders around her, yet was still able to find Leandra Kerr for the basket. Marina Penko finds it down low. That was a recent sub getting 2 points. That's number 9, Emily Nacarado.
Yeah, Emily Nacarado getting back into the game. Averages 7 points a game for these Knights, and she's got it going on the score sheet.
We haven't seen too much of her this game, but she actually averages about 14 minutes a game in 6 games this season, as Leandra Kerr gets 2 from the key.
Leandra Kerr doing a great job again. You can see she's got the hot hand right now, scoring a bunch for these Hawks in the third quarter. 2
minutes remaining in the third quarter. Niagara will call a 1-minute timeout. The score right now is Humber Hawks 59, Niagara 38.
Yeah, you can see in this third quarter they are stretching the lead out just a little bit. They led by 17, leading by 21 right now, but you can see that, Humber is doing what they do best. They're getting those second chance opportunities. Leandra Kerr has been getting going in this third quarter. She's hitting the shots, exactly what the Hawks needed to try and stretch this lead.
She's got 16 points now. And with 30 seconds left in this timeout, the Niagara coach, Mike Picaria, trying to get his team going. It's been a pretty good quarter for them, for the Niagara Knights, but Humber's been just that much better.
Yeah, Humber is 7-0 on the season, and you can see why. They just turned it up to another gear. So in that first quarter, they were a little bit of laggy. The Knights were able to stay in this game, but they've stretched out this lead quite a bit in the third quarter. And you can see Coach Michael Beccaria telling his team, you can see that he's telling his team, you're down 21 points, but you're going to have to try and get back to basics here. You might be down to 21, but just go out there and execute and try and get some baskets.
And you know what, Nick? You were talking about Leandra Kerr a minute ago, and after the second quarter at half, she had 8 points. That means she's had 8 points in this quarter alone.
Yeah, you can see that she is usually averaging 14.3 points a game. She surpassed that in this game, and we still got about 12 minutes to go in this entire ballgame.
McCabe taking it now for the Knights. She's being guarded by No Fuente, who loses her, but Bertuzza picks up the ball underneath the rim. No Fuente brings it back the other way. She'll drive into the key. She tries to find Kerr. It'll hit something there. A lot of arms going up. Bertuzza takes another quick shot from 3. Can't get it to drain.
Yeah, a couple of opportunities there for the Hawks to capitalize, but they weren't able to get them to fall.
Murdoch trying to find a lane. She'll find a pass instead. McCabe down low. Over in the far corner there, Marina Painko finds a lane herself. Around 3 defenders, she'll throw a hook, and she can't get it to fall. Kerr picks up the rebound, quickly loses it to Murdoch, who picks up a layup.
Yeah, great job by Murdoch there, getting the ball, not quitting on the play, and he's able to get 2 points there.
No Fuente for the Hawks to Sasha Bertuzza. She's being double-teamed. At 3, they know she's a good three-point shooter. Atissa Kronk finds Bertuzza. No one guarding her. She'll take the shot. No Fuente will try to clean it up. Still have not found the basket. No Fuente takes her own, and that one will go all the way from Pickering.
Oh, yeah. Great job by Humber on that offensive glass, giving themselves other opportunities to get the ball and have another opportunity. And all the way from Pickering, knocked down a three-pointer, CJ No Fuente.
Just under 40 seconds left in the game. There's a shot from McCabe. It's cleaned up in the key, and that'll be 2 for the Knights.
Yeah, Emily Nacarado finishing that one off from the middle of the paint. Great job by her to stay with it and get that one to go.
24 seconds remaining. 7 seconds difference between the clock and the shot clock. So Humber not able to run out time here. The Kronk with the jumper does not hit anything. It'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, you can see Atissa Kronk shaking her head a little bit. Those things happen. You force up the shot. Sometimes it's just not going to hit anything as the Knights get the ball with just over 12 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Hawks with a 20-point lead, 62-42. There's 12 seconds remaining, as Nick just said. Shot clock is off. This will be the final chance in the quarter, probably. Painko trying to find a lane. It's knocked away. McPherson throws up a prayer, and it hits 2 rims before falling out. That'll be the end of the third quarter. We go to the fourth with the Hawks up by 20.
Yeah, you can see in that third quarter they did come out of the half leading by 17 points, and they were able to stretch that a little bit, leading by 20 going into the third quarter. They've kind of stuck to their game that they had going in the second quarter and showing why they're undefeated on the season.
And that quarter almost identical to the first. The Hawks had 17 points, the Knights had 14, and again the Hawks had 3 more points than Niagara in the third quarter. Very even, considering in the second quarter the Hawks had 14 more points. Maybe the fourth quarter will be like the second.
Yeah, you can see somewhat of a pattern happening in this game. If it's going to go like the first 2 quarters went on in this game, Niagara's going to come out a little bit flatter in the fourth quarter, but you do expect them not to. You expect them to try and do their best and keep this a closer game than 20 points. They're a better team than this. Expect them to come back and try and push back against the Hawks.
So one thing that Niagara is going to need is a little more effort from Courtney McPherson. She has been their best player by far. She has a double-double right now, 11 points, 10 rebounds. But they they just need to be better than that, because there's 4 players on the Hawks with over 10 points. That's Kerr, Hagopian, No Fuente, and Atissa Kronk. On top of the top of those, Leandra Kerr with 16.
Yeah, you can see Leandra Kerr, she was very active in this third quarter, like you talked about. She had 8 points going into the third quarter, scored another 8 in the third quarter. She did have a great quarter. Another great player is Atissa Kronk. She's got 12 points off the bench, one of the 4 players that's in double-digit scoring for the Hawks, and they're really playing all-around great basketball right now.
And also CJ Nofuente. There's so much to mention about this Humber Hawks team. There's nowhere to end. Like, CJ Nofuente has a double-double right now as well, with 15 points and 10 rebounds. And Atissa Kronk is on the verge of that. She had 7 after half. Didn't get any rebounds in that quarter, but she might pick up a few more in the fourth.
Yeah, you can see on the stat sheet a lot of offensive rebounds going the way of the Hawks. They're doing a great job just not letting that ball go out of bounds or go off the rim. They're going to try and get it and create other opportunities, and that's exactly why they hold such a lead heading into this fourth.
So 2 of the girls we talked about there are on the court for the Hawks. That's Atissa Kronk and CJ Nofuente. Leandra Kerr on the bench for now. Kronk attempting a pass through the middle there. She kind of laughs it off, as that might have been not the best decision, but Humber does pick up the ball. Looks like it went off of a Knights player and out of bounds. Natalie Hagopian out top. Ember Betcher with the ball there. She takes the shot. Does not find anything, but that's picked up by Kronk. Hagopian drives the lane. Oriwa goes for a layup. It looks like there is a shot clock error called right now, I believe.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be the call. Yeah, it looked like there was only 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and that time surpassed. The referee understanding and paying attention to the clock. Great job by him understanding how much time was actually on the shot clock.
Yeah, I actually didn't even notice. I was too involved in the play there to notice what was going on. I did pick that up, and Nick picked that up when he was talking to the official scorers. Hagopian with a bit of a lane. She'll try to throw that up. It will not go. Ball will go back the other way.
Yeah, we were talking about how the ref was noticing that. They got enough to deal with on a play-to-play basis, and for him to acknowledge that, great job by the official, taking into account all aspects of the game while he's refereeing.
There is something called on the Humber Hawks here. There's a push. It was on CJ Nofuente. She picks up her second foul.
Yeah, that foul on Miranda Ross, and they're going to get the ball just in front of us here as they inbound it.
The Niagara Knights also have to be careful, because Alyssa McCabe has 3 fouls, and she's one of her better players. They don't want her to get fouled out. There's a shot from Murdoch, picked up by Nofuente. Long pass down the court. Found into the middle. A Kronk cannot pick it up off the floor. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Bouchard getting the ball over to Atissa Kronk there. Too bad it went off of the Knights. Great job on the defensive end, but the Hawks do get the ball back with Nofuente inbounding it for the Hawks.
Very jolted play from both teams right now. It seems they never really picked up from half. The shots were going, but there wasn't a lot of players driving the lane. And there's another shot. Just kind of off balance there from Nofuente, but it almost fell. Niagara with the ball now. Still 62-42. 8.5 minutes left in the game. Murdoch. Dribbling, can't really find a lane, or she's not really getting a pick from any of her teammates. Substitutions now being made. Just Leandra Kerr coming on the court. She'll take off Chioma Oriua.
Yeah, Leandra Kerr is going to check in for Oriua here. Leandra Kerr had a big third quarter, and look for her to continue that dominance here in the fourth.
It's coming back. Nofuente has all the momentum. Can't get a layup to go.
Yeah, great job by Nofuente there, getting the turnover. She wasn't able to finish it, but she did get the foul call, and she will go to the line for 2 shots.
Got that right, Nick. And she's definitely the one, either her or Leandra Kerr out there. No, Fuente, oh, that one looked like it was going, and it somehow found its way back out. And the second one does go. 63-42 now.
As you can see here, Miranda Ross is checking out for Caitlin McPherson. Miranda Ross has been very active in this game. Just going to sit out now. Maybe that knee's bothering her a little bit, but she looks okay on the sideline, just a normal substitution.
She just kind of shook it off, put the brace back on, and got back out there. Good to see from your team, but you also don't want to aggravate an injury more when you go back out. Want to get her some rest. Murdoch finds a pass down low for Courtney McPherson, who can't find the bucket. Amber Betchard tries to put up a layup there. It's blocked by Murdoch.
Looks, yeah, great job there by Murdoch on the defensive end. As we see another substitution here. Haley Tippett coming out for Alyssa McCabe.
No Fuente with the ball, across to Betchard. Almost loses it. No Fuente taking a lot more shots from three this quarter. Feeling comfortable with a 21-point lead. She'll throw a pass to Leandra Kerr. A lot of chemistry between those two. Now Murdoch has it for Niagara. Courtney McPherson. And that layup is blocked there by Humber. It looks like it'll be Niagara's ball. Jolene Owuku will actually go to line here for two.
Foul being called on Natalie Hagopian.
It's team foul number 2 for the Humber Hawks. Owuku does not get the first one to go. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. After this, we will have the men's game on the same court. Owuku gets the second one to go, brings the lead back to 20 for the Hawks. Amber Betchard to Hagopian. No Fuente. Great passing here being exhibited from the Hawks. Atissa Kronk finds No Fuente across the court. Betchard off the rim, goes the other way. Murdoch had the ball now over to McCabe. McCabe, I said earlier, she has 3 fouls on the night. Probably doesn't want to pick up another one. She finds a pass for Murdoch. That one rolls across the rim. Kerr, down low. And she'll fall right under the rim. Courtney McPherson with some great sportsmanship, picking up Kerr off the floor.
Yeah, you can see there that Courtney McPherson there just realized she got in Leandra Kerr's way. Couldn't do anything really about it. She's just trying to do as much as she can, but she did get called for the foul as Natalie Hagopian will inbounds from just beyond underneath the basket for the Hawks.
No Fuente. Hagopian will take the shot. From the corner, she gets it to drain. That'll be 3 for Natalie Hagopian.
Yeah, great job by Hagopian. You can see her falling, fading away as she made that shot. Great job.
She actually fell to the floor after she took that shot, putting all of her effort into that. Caitlin McPherson takes a jumper of her own in the key, and that one bounces right out. It's a new face on the floor there for the Hawks. I'll tell you about in a minute. There's a lot of play going on now here. Kronk, No Fuente, Kerr gets the layup to go. That's 2 points for the Hawks.
Yeah, great job by No Fuente getting the ball over to Kerr for another basket. Those two have been a great combination here tonight.
The new player out on the floor for the Hawks is number 9, Kayla Henry. 5'8" shooting guard from Toronto.
I see the foul there was called on Leandra Kerr.
Team foul number 3. Still just under 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. That shot is taken there by Caitlin McPherson, and it's not even close, really. Hagopian fighting hard to get in the key, and she'll draw a foul.
No, it looked like she actually traveled on the play, so the ball will go the other way. It will be Knight's ball.
You're correct, Nick. My bad. She was fighting real hard to get into the key there. I can see how that was traveling.
Took too many steps trying to get up and in the lane.
McCabe taking it over half. Nice pick set by McPherson.
Great job by active hands by No Fuente there.
Turn the other way. Hagopian can't find the lane off the fast break. She'll throw that out top. Henry. Hagopian wide open. She'll take the three. It does not find the mark.
Yeah, great job again on the offensive board there. Getting another possession for the Hawks. As you see, CJ No Fuente called there. She gets a foul called by Alyssa McCabe.
McCabe coming off the court now. That'll be her 4th foul. She did not stop her movement as she went to block No Fuente.
You can see there No Fuente is coming out of the game as well at the moment. She's had a great game for the Hawks. As we expected, she's averaging 13 points a game for these Hawks.
McCabe actually going back out on the floor here. The Niagara Knights actually take off Jolene Awuku. Henry to Hagopian. Sasha Bertuzzi out there now for the Hawks. And the shot clock is run down. The referee allowed the shot there, but it looked like it was taken after the clock was run out. It didn't fall anyways.
Yeah, weird moment there. It was almost like nobody knew the shot clock was going down. Me and you didn't even know it was going down. Just heard the buzzer go off.
Yep.
And I guess we just got caught so much into the action.
I think the referee has acknowledged that the timing has been off on the shot clock a few times now. So maybe the shot clock is wrong. There's a malfunction or something going on, but that is the second time we have noticed the clock not on the right time. There's a nice 2 points there for the Knights.
Courtney McPherson getting the bucket for the Knights.
Hagopian looking for a lane.